When you were mentioning black couples, one of the couples that you mentioned with Cardi B and Offset.
Yes.
Cardi B is Trinidadian and Dominican.
Okay.
I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Okay.
When you think about the Latino community, what is your thoughts on that as far as everything?
It's diverse, like the rest of the race. So my great-grandfather was Cuban, right? Spanish-speaking Cuban. I met him on his deathbed many years ago. I know Puerto Ricans who identify with the African race. I know many more who don't. I know Dominicans who identify with the African race. I know many more who don't. Trinidadians, right, generally, they will identify with the African race, right? So you really have to ask, right? I don't make assumptions. When I meet Latino men and women, I ask them, how do you identify? Some will tell you, I identify more with the indigenous people. Some will tell you, I identify more with Spain and Spanish, right? And then some will tell you, I'm black, my ancestors black, I identify with Africa. So you got to ask, because Latino is not a race. It's a culture, it's an ethnicity. So you have to inquire who they identify with.
And so we know that the famous narrative, the big argument with Ish, right? The snow bunnies.
Okay.
So when it comes to a Latino, if you see a black man dating a Latino woman,
does she identify as African full time would be the question. Because I've dated Latino women, right? And once I came to realize that you don't really identify with the African race, I had to end the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So, and brothers text me all the time, right? Oh, I'm dating a Latino woman. Is that okay, Doc? Am I bunny hopping? How does she identify? Travis Hunter's wife. She showed her mother. I don't know if y'all seen her mother.
No.
Chocolate. The mother chocolate.
I didn't expect that.
I forget her ethnicity. What is his, is she Dominican? What is?
I don't know what she is.
Travis Hunter's wife. Look that up real quick. But the mother is chocolate. Latino, but clearly Afro-Latino. Darker than me.
Yeah.
Darker than me. But guess what? I don't think she raised her daughter to be an African Latino. I've never heard.
She's part black and Filipina.
Black, Mexican, Filipino.
Yeah.
Okay. Part black, Filipino, and you said Mexican?
Yeah.
The mother chocolate, but she's not an American African chocolate. You feel me? She's like a Latina chocolate. But my point is, even though her mother's black, clearly, Travis Hunter's wife, I don't believe identifies as a black woman, as an African woman, as an African Latina, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't raised by her mother to identify with the African race. That's why for me to determine whether or not you're African, I have to know, first of all, are you biologically black, right? Direct African ancestry, but are you psychologically black? Take Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice. That man don't identify with black people. You feel me? He blue black, but I don't consider him African because he's biologically black, but he ain't psychologically black at all. At all. So for me, the rules don't change whether you Latino, whether you American African, whether you continental African, whether you Caribbean African. Just because you got my skin don't mean nothing if you ain't got my consciousness. It got to be both.
Got to be both.
Now talking about American African, and when we're in America, the word that gets thrown out a lot when it comes to struggle and how do we get out the struggle, reparations. Do you feel that that is a real possibility?
It absolutely is, but not without unity. We'll never get reparations without unity, and if we do get it, it will be a fraction of what you're entitled to. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Because here's the thing. Any disorganized people can be exploited by more organized people. So you have a reparations organization. He has a reparations organization. You got one. He got one. We got 5 different reparations organizations. So guess what I'm gonna do if I'm the United States government? I'm gonna cooperate with the one who's giving me the easiest package. Right. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna be exploited and played off. You know, now, if I was in charge of the reparations movement, a couple things. Number one, if you're a bunny hopper, you ain't getting no reparations at all. You're not going to take my ancestors' pay and take it right back to the damn Neanderthal queen. We're not doing that. So any interracial, you're banned from getting it, right? And here's another thing. When Negroes say we need to be segregated again, we did better. does that also mean you want to give your white wife back? Because that was part of the segregation. You feel me? They said we need to be segregated again because we did better under segregation. That means you have to give your snow bunny back. Or are you going to do that? Hell no, so shut up. You don't want segregation back because she got to go back. Remember, Loving versus Virginia was 1967. That's when the Supreme Court outlawed interracial bans on interracial marriage. That was all part of the civil rights era.
Right.
So you can't say put me back in segregation, but let me keep my white girl. All or nothing. They're not going to give up that white girl. In fact, a lot of them Negroes fought for deseg so they can desegregate the pale vagina. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, right? So, but going to the reparations. No bunny hoppers get money. But this is what I would require on my reparations demand list. Control of all black music forever. No Jewish companies or any other company can sell it, market it, produce it.
Game over.
You follow me? The music is ours. Because black music is one of America's largest export industries. If we control our music, we can build Black Wall Street in every city. That's how popular black music is on the world stage. I want Michael Jackson's music, Prince's music, Tupac's music. You follow what I'm saying? All of it. From the beginning, all of it. Nobody but us. Game over. Number 2, America has natural resources. She sells energy, she sells oil, she sells gold. She got about 10 strong natural resources that she sells. We get a 25% cut forever. 25% cut forever. Number 3, there are 10 states that make up 60% of the black population in America. All of them are seaboarding states. California, Florida, Texas, Virginia, New Jersey, Maryland, there's about 10 of them. We own the major seaport in all 10 of the cities where we predominate. Anything coming in, we get paid. Anything going out, we get paid. The only one that's not on the sea is Illinois, but you still have the Great Lake out there. That's the third. Number 4, all black inventions. Everything we ever invented becomes a permanent patent. You can't use it unless you pay us for it. That's the technology for the cell phone. That's the technology for the internet. That's the refrigerator truck.
We'll be here all day.
You feel me? You feel me, right? The lights, right? It was Lewis Latimer, even though the white man is given credit for discovering the light, it was Lewis Latimer who came up with that incandescent bulb so they don't blow out or run out. That's the reason why you can turn on the lights all night. That's us. So all the inventions got to come to us. Another one is land. All the land that was stolen from black people during slavery, during Reconstruction, pre-civil rights, and black power, because y'all know they stole hundreds of thousands of acres of land from us. Put together a research team, find out all that land that was stolen from us, we get it all back. If we can get all the land back that we lost, we have enough land to do everything we want. And this is perfect timing. Why? Because we got the highest black homelessness rate in this country since Dr. King walked the earth. Homelessness is mostly single black mothers with children. Nowhere to live, right? Getting priced out of the hood because of gentrification, putting them on the street. The moratoriums on COVID is over. The rent moratorium, remember they said you can't evict nobody? That's over. They evicting everybody. Give us all the land back that y'all stole. Those would be some of the things that's at the top of my list. Now notice I didn't mention cash. And I didn't mention cash money on purpose because cash runs out. The benefit of slavery to America can never expire. So whatever you give me as restitution can likewise never expire. Why would I accept a cash payout for slavery when this country will always benefit from what they did to us? That money will run out. I don't know if y'all remember a couple years ago, Bob Johnson, former owner of BET, who sold it to Viacom for $2 billion. He came up with a reparations plan. He said every black person should get $350,000 apiece. He's a billionaire. And this is the ridiculous solution he had. Give every black person 300. Is that even a house down here?
No.
Is that a house in the car? I don't think you can get a house in the car with that. Why would I accept that for reparations?
The
cars they're buying, it's over. It's gone in a month.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why would you? Because we think about money too much. And if all we want is money, nothing changes. Because most of the problems that we got can't just be fixed with money. They have to be fixed with money and power and organization. So we let them, not to mention the American dollar doesn't have a mineral equivalent. It's not on the gold standard. It's not on the silver standard. Oh, yeah. It's not on the platinum standard. It's a promissory note. It's worthless.
That's why they can print more.
Exactly. So you mean to tell me you're going to accept paper money for the greatest crime in human history? You are out of your mind. And that's why I have an issue with a lot of these reparations groups. I think most of them are opportunists, scammers. Okay, they're not serious, because if you're serious about reparations, you will talk structural change. Right. Look, if I give you $1 billion, even if they say I'm gonna give every black person $1 billion for slavery, right? You still don't control the schools. You still don't control the jails. You still don't control the courts. Think about this. I'm gonna give you money, but we still control all the structures and institutions.
So you can spend it on with it.
Thank you. You're going to give it right back to the people who gave you the money. Listen, I'm not against cash being on the list, but it better be at the damn bottom. If money is the most important thing on the list, we sabotaged our own reparations. And here's where a lot of people get mad at me. I am of the position that we are not a responsible enough generation to accept the restitution that is owed to our ancestors, right? So I'm of the position we can fight for the reparations, and if it gets disseminated, it goes into a trust. This generation does not touch it, and it will not be touched until a more progressive, responsible generation comes along who will properly handle that settlement. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Negroes went crazy on me on YouTube. They still talking about it. Dr. Umar said we shouldn't get no reparations because you damn right I said that. Here's my question. Reparations are not just for us. It's for everybody who came before us and everybody coming after us.
Yeah.
What have we done in this 25 years of the 21st century to justify us handling something of responsibility that important? Nothing at all. We haven't even built any institutions, but you want to handle the reparations package? And how much of the reparations package are we going to put away for future generations? I ain't heard nobody say one word about unborn. Everybody think about their damn self. What are we going to do for the ancestors? Are we going to build something for them? This is for the race. It is not just for those of us walking the earth. My personal vote is keep fighting for it, but if we get it, we don't touch it. Maybe our grandchildren may have the right mentality to deal with the reparations. This generation, we will blow that. We will blow it. It'll be blowed and destroyed in 20 years. No way.
Absolutely.
No way.
The closest reference that I could think of is how, like, the Seminoles in Florida got their reparations. I don't know if they call it that. But they were given an allotment based on a percentage of the original Indian blood, and they're designated on this reservation, and they're doing all right with it, but they put it into casinos.
Right.
And so when I think how reparations could play for the African-American culture, it's kind of scary. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of Indians that receive those reparations, and they have not been made whole.
That's true.
They're plagued with alcoholism and drug addiction and many other things that come with the gift of cash.
It shows you, what you're saying is, the example of the Native Americans shows you that money alone is not going to fix the situation.
Yeah.
You need power over institutions. They gave them the reservation, but they don't control them. You see that?
Exactly.
This is yours. But we're
got goosebumps.
Exactly. You follow what I'm saying? But the government dictates what happens on this. You just had a situation with an Indian reservation a couple years ago where they forced them off the reservation because they found some resources under there, and they decided to do a pipeline and forced them all off. But here's the one thing that the Native Americans did do right that we did wrong. The Native Americans never wanted to be a part of America. They wanted a place in America.
Yeah.
You feel me? Black folks, we wanted to be a part of America. The Native Americans wanted a piece of America. In other words, they have a land set aside for them.
Yeah.
Still got the problems, but they still got their own land. We should have did that. We said, make me a citizen. I want the right to vote. You see that? Yeah. I want to participate in the white man's reality. The Native Americans said, I don't want to participate in your reality. I want my own.
I think your comparison was equality versus equity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Distinct
so
difference.
we need to start thinking about how do we take a piece of America for ourselves? Because I think it's very clear now, especially with this administration, you're never going to have a place in America. If anybody believed that the Constitution ran this country, this first year of Donald Trump's second term should have obliterated any false belief you have that this country is ran by the Constitution.